So, like what I said, today we are covering a few parts. So, we're covering grammar MCQs. That's something that we'll always cover because it's a very important part for your paper 2. We are also covering vocabulary MCQs. And lastly, the one that's very important and a lot of students get like stuff wrong for, open-ended comprehension. This one here. Okay, now you're in primary 4, right? It's not too difficult yet, but when you go to primary 5, right, you will realize that the open-ended comprehension part becomes more difficult by like ×2 or ×3 like difficulty. So a lot of students, when they go to P5, right, their results drop like crazy. Okay, so it's mostly because everything is more hard, everything is harder, and you get more questions basically. So in order to score well, right, you have to finish more questions correctly. So even the odds, the probability is against you as well because you have so many questions to answer, right? I think you have around 80 questions to answer for the whole paper, booklet A and booklet B. Okay, so that's why a lot of students, their results go right. So it's always good to get more practice. So I always tell my students, right, stick with us until you go to P6 at least. Then, right, at least you get more practice, right, with this class as well. It's always important to learn a bit more every day for languages, especially like English. So remember, everyone, please turn on your video all the time and mute your microphone. If you need to talk, right, raise your hand using the Zoom button for raise your hand and wait for my permission, right, before you speak, all right? If you need to ask anything else, if you need to ask a question or whatever, right, use the chat function or answer a question with that or share feedback. Also, use the chat function if you want to go for a toilet. Just say, Mr. Joel, I'm going to the toilet. Don't need to wait for me to give you permission. Just let me know, go to the toilet and then come back quickly. All right. It's okay to let you all go to the toilet at home because your family, your parents are home. They can knock on your door and say, hey, why are you taking so long? Aren't you having lessons now? That kind of thing. And then they'll be like, oh, you better come out. And then I'll know that you are not playing with water in the toilet. Don't be surprised, okay? Primary 4 students play with water in the toilet. And they can wash their hands. I have when I was teaching in Boon Lay Garden Primary School, right? There was this boy in my class. He would go to the toilet and then he would fill his hand with the hand soap, right? Then he would just, and then you know what I was doing? Blowing bubbles at the basin. Blow bubble here and there. My goodness. When I saw him, I was like, hey, hello, are you primary 1 or primary 4? So he's like, sorry. Faster wash his hands. Okay, so question 5. Sorry, question 5, sorry. So be mindful to be respectful. All of you are very respectful all the time. Good. We're supposed to have a new student with us today, but she's not here. I'm not sure where she went to. Her name is Marie, but she's not here yet. Don't know where. Yeah, anyway. Let's go. Grammar MCQ. First one. Oh no, I want to bring my ID card, and exclaimed in dismay. So over here, she exclaimed, right? That's a clue for you. And she also will only say this, oh no, right? If this part already happened, then she will say, oh no. If not, she wouldn't say, oh no, if she had it with her, obviously. So in this case, hold on, let me just move some stuff a bit so that I can see what your results were. Okay, so in this case, you need to understand, right, that there is no simple past tense for your answers over here. All right. So I'm just saying right now, for this one, there are 3 students who need to answer again. Catherine, Marie, and Nicole. You need to give me your answers again. The rest of them got it correct. And of course, Siyu, because Siyu hasn't done it yet. So Marie, Nicole, and Catherine. So there's no in this case there's no simple past tense, right? Okay, let's see, has anyone replied? The cat has changed her answer and the cat is correct with her new answer. Very good. Clarice was correct previously. Siyu is correct as well. Good. Can Nicole guess again? So if it's a simple past tense, it's supposed to be forgot. But It's not here. So what's the next best one? That's right, Nicole. Good. So in this case, we use have forgotten over here. All right. What tense is this? Have forgotten. Look at this. This is present, right? Versus this one. This is past, right? But forgotten is the participle form of forget. So in this case, we call this the present perfect tense. All right. And in this case, we call it the past perfect tense. All right. So when do we use this? When do we use the present perfect tense? We use it when we want to talk about, okay, when we want to talk about owning, sorry, not something, owning a verb now, sorry, owning a verb in the past, which is relevant to your current situation. That's why I use present over here. Present at the beginning, right? Have, to show that now I have. But the action is over in the past already. So I have forgotten to bring my ID card. This is very, very common, right? When your teacher asks you, Zoe, have you done your homework? And then Zoe will be like, oh, yes, sir, I have done my homework. That is the present perfect that you're using right there. When you need to own something now, and it's important that you own it now, use the present perfect to show that you have already, to show that you have or haven't completed your responsibility. Okay? So maybe, Toby comes back, right? Then his mom asks him, Toby, have you taken a bath? And Toby's like, yes, I have. Or no, I haven't taken a bath. So it's the same thing, like you are telling someone about something that you own now, but that thing has already happened or hasn't happened. Okay, that's when we use the present perfect tense. For past perfect tense, all right, this will be the one that a lot of students will confuse it with. They will choose D. All right, when do we use the past perfect tense? We use it, right, when we need to show something has happened more in the past than the past tense, than the simple past tense. That's when we use the past perfect to show which one happened first, which one happened second. So over here, I can say something like, Sanvi had completed her homework before she went out to play. All right, so look at this part. Had completed, right? See, it's the same as this form, right? Had forgotten, had completed. It's the past perfect tense. So if I write it like this, had completed must happen first in terms of time, then the went happens second. All right, because when over here is just simple past. When is the simple past of go. And that's how we use the past perfect tense versus the present perfect tense. Okay? And we definitely know that B is definitely wrong because forgotten is the participle, right? You will not find a participle by itself like this without a friend in front. So the friend that the participle needs in front will either be has, have, had, okay, or is. What happened to my thingy? How come it doesn't work anymore? Are, was, were. So if you don't have these words in front of your participle, right? The participle is unusable. All right, you need to have these words in front plus the participle, then you have a proper tense. If not by itself, right, it's not a proper tense. It must always have a complementary verb in front. And then, of course, the first one is wrong. Okay? Next. All right, for this one, everyone online got it correct, except for Marie and Nicole. Can you all give me your answers again? Try this again. And of course, you give me your answer because you haven't done it yet. So this popular singer, what very poor, before he became successful. So the keyword here is before, isn't it? Ooh, using yellow, people can't see. Before, that's the keyword. Okay, Siyu is correct. Give it a go, Nicole. What is the best answer here? Good try. All right. So the answer is actually was. All right. This popular singer was very poor before. So before tells you this part, right, is actually in the past. So before he became successful, became over here, right, is also in the past, but the word before, all right, this is called a conjunction. This conjunction tells us that the first part here was very poor, happened first before he became successful. So he became successful after he was poor. All right, so here we definitely have to use was. That's the past, simple past tense. This is simple past tense. Became is also simple past tense. But we know which one happened first, which one happened second because of the word before. Okay? So everyone give me a funny sentence, right, with the word before in it. Type it in the chat group. And take note that according to this kind of sentence, normally when we use before, it's normally simple past, okay? The verbs inside should be simple past tense. Ooh, I like your pink. Is that purple? Oh, I like your light purple pink background, Sanvi. What's behind your head? I can't see what's behind your head. Oh, it's an evil looking cat. Whoa, Toby is in Roblox world, my goodness. Even his sunglasses is Roblox. What's happening there? Clarice is just orange. What happened to Clarice? Clarice turned orange. Okay. Kuromi. Ah, okay. It seems you all are very into the Sanrio characters these days. Yeah, Sanvi's background. Zoe, have you heard of this cool Sanrio thing? And do you like it too? Oh my goodness. I think all the girls like Sanrio these days. How about Clarice? Do you like Sanrio? Sanrio characters? Not really. I don't know. How about Nicole? You like Sanrio characters.